Single mom lectures me for not owning a home. Okay, so check this out. I'm on a few dating apps, and yeah, the apps are pretty much flooded with single mothers. So they're basically trying to find out one little bit of information from dudes, and that info is, do you own a home? And obviously women can't ask you this right off the bat, so they gotta kinda chit-chat with you for a while and kinda find a clever way to segue into it, you know? So it wasn't just one single mom that asked me this, but it was two different ones. One on Bumble and one off-site on texting. So when I break the news to them that I just rent, they lecture me about it. Then yep, you guessed it, they ghost me. And when I try to ask her about it, if she owns a home, I get no response. Okay, so here's the first chick that I was talking to by text. So as you can see, this chick was being all bubbly with me, sending me smiley faces, asking me what I had for lunch, and look how responsive she was. Then, she made the segue to, do you own your own home? Casually trying to toss that question in there, and I reply with, I just rent, and then look how she reacts. Then she goes on to lecture me, telling me that I'm throwing away my money and I need to start thinking about my future and all this crap. And it's like, did she think about her future when she was with this guy right here? Mr. Thug ex-baby daddy? And as you can see, she just abandons the conversation once she found out that I rent. And if you look at the timestamps, no response from her. She went like a whole day without texting me back or whatever. And I never heard from the sucker ever again. Which is honestly a really good thing. Then we get to chick number 2 from Bumble. So single mothers have this weird way of chatting. They will send you random pictures just to see what your response is. So she sends me a picture of her that her 5-year-old drew of her. And it's like, what the heck am I supposed to say to that, you know? And we were just talking about cars, and then all of a sudden she asked me the question, do you own your own home? And just to see what her response is, I tell her that I rent. Then she gives me the semi-lecture like I'm so young and I have no direction, and I don't know what I want in life. It's basically one of those nice ways of saying that she's not interested without looking like a total prick. Then a few hours later, she just gives up the whole conversation. She just abandons it, you know? And it's like, seriously, who do these chicks think they are? They can just be on Bumble all day chatting with dudes until they finally find one that owns a home. And if they do find one, they'll be like, hey, let's go out on a date. And they date the guy for a few weeks. And then they try to move in with him, and they try to move the kids into the guy's house. And it's like, seriously, who do these single mothers think they are? If they want to be a homeowner, they need to go out there and get a good job and buy a house themselves. But I guess they figure, you know, finding some dude on Bumble that already owns a home is just way easier to do, right? Just seduce the guy and move the kids in, and that's life right there. Boom.